Salute, salute, peace and power, peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. The divine mind knows, the divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. As you come on in, know that you're in a safe space. Know that you're in a space of learning and getting learned up. Know that you're in a space of educating and being educated. Know that you're in a space for conversation. Comments, concerns, questions, and answers, building and destroying. Dialogue, intelligence is a space of love. This is your space. A space where we deal with integrity, honor, loyalty. This is where we are building, working, organizing a united front, all on the path to true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in on this late night, yeah, and I'm getting in trouble. So y'all better do y'all thing. Classroom assistants. As you come on in, please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration of class. Please keep all funding information, funding tags, links, all that, green screens and everything in the chat for the duration of class. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Don't wait till it's too late. Do not wait until it's too late, okay? Book an assessment. Don't wait till you're in cuffs. Don't wait till you get fired. Don't wait till your kids say, I hate you. It's too late. If you or anybody you know is in need of domestic violence intervention, please, with all seriousness and with all concentrated effort, book an assessment. If not for you, book an assessment for them. If you or anybody you know is in need of an intimate relationship, consultation, intimate relationship abuse consultation, book an assessment. Greg Bonner, what up? I see my brother in Alabama is up on the late night. Yes, Greg Bonner, salute for funding the war effort. If you need an intimate relationship abuse intervention, please book an assessment. Find out the warning signs. Know what you need to be alerted to. Behaviors that should alarm you. Characteristics that you should be aware of. Remember, with the information and life you save could be your own. Peace and power on this late night. Salute to all the truckers that's en route right now. Be careful out there. Them highways is a little busy and a little slick. Truckers, make some noise, truckers. If you out there on 95, if you out there on 17, if you out there on 526, if you out there on US 1, wherever you at, 310, Pennsylvania Turnpike, all that. Okay? Old Town, Bay Area, trucking all the way up top to the mountains. Paperwork good. The official paperwork good. If you never, ever even thought of turning somebody else in, your paperwork good. You could spin the yard. Paperwork good. Okay? Shout out to my comrade Ja. What up, Ja? Long Island Effect. Man, we got some people to tag, y'all. Yeah, it's late night, but we're gonna tag them anyway. Somebody tag Erica Mena goofy ass. Yeah, tag that goofy. And it's really our fault, especially with the whole discussion of appropriation of the hip-hop culture. You understand? Appropriation of the industry, period, when it comes to certain spaces that we rock in, especially our women. This is a specific woman up class. I couldn't even lay and rest without getting this out. Too much. We need some straightening out. So tag Erica Mena, tag Cam Newton for giving her a platform to talk that goofy shit. Yes. Construction Site Media TV. Salute for the super chat. Yeah, so tag them. Tag Spice. Yeah, them. Tag Spice. Her fine ass. Somebody tag Spice. Tag, man, Miss Universe Nigeria. Man, I don't know what they doing, but they sure is putting a little bump into Pan-Africanism. Yeah. Endorsing products. Like I keep telling y'all, endorsing products. Yeah, for bleaching. Yeah. So tag her. Tag them. What's her name? Chi-Chi? Shadima? Tag her. Yeah. Tag them and anybody else that was there. And let's tag these swirlers out there, y'all. Yeah, Michael Cooper, these old timers. Yeah, them old timers got that old mentality, that old colorism shit. So tag Smokey Robinson, Michael Cooper, old James Worthy. Yeah, who else was in that pic? Tag them. And tag some of the most beautiful brown-skinned sisters that we had who decided to bleach. Tag them. Tag Kelly Rowland, Serena Williams, Portia. Serena Williams and Portia Williams. Or is it Portia Stewart? Or whoever she is, whoever she with at this time. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the clucker that used to be in the crunk videos. Yeah, tag her, Kim Fit, and everybody else to be bleaching with the makeup and all that. Tag them. And while you at it late night, tag your classmates. Share, tell them to get to class and all that. Okay? But who's in here? Bam! We see Philly in the building. Salute. Jean Pierre, much appreciation for funding the war effort, Jean. There we go. Mary Lamar is in the spot. Andrea Jones, what up, lovely lady? We see you. Billie Jean Fox. Billie Jean 55. Billie Jean 55. Let's talk about it. We up in here. I got the youngins up in here tonight. Let's talk about it. Yes, Jeff Sparks, what's going on? Philip Boone is up in the spot. Cool K Kane. Yeah, you in the spot? Who? T.C. Harris. T.C. Harris, 55. T.C. Take that. Ain't no Magnum P.I. here tonight. T.C. tag that. Yeah, Zone 864 TV. What up, Bernadette Bernie? We see you. Freddie. What up, Fred? WMH Radio Show Philly in the building. What's going on? Black Leaf. You up in here? Tiara and C Blaze. My snipers is in the spot. GB. Come Malone up on the late night. Yeah, we see him. Boss, what's up? Yeah, Birmingham, Alabama. We see you. Boy, hey, boy, we got the Bay Area's in the spot. Marshy up in here. It's going down tonight. We see it. Construction Site Media TV. George Johnson, Mark Milliner. We see y'all. Yeah, Metal Face. Yeah, we up in here. We see you. Kelton. Salute. Construction Site. Salute again. Breathe love. We see you. Tata. Peace, G's. Peace. What's going on? We see Mecca. What up, Mecca? We see you. Yes. Just Fro. What up, Dust Fro? We see you, Big Swarm. Salute for the super chat, Big Swarm. We see you, Bionic Princess in the building. What? Maryland and Texas? Mr. Man. Official, what up, Stamp? We see you. Marguerite is in the building. Yeah. I gotta take a little sippy sip. It's late. I ain't gonna front. I don't know about y'all, but my days start at 6 in the AM. By this time, I'm about to pass out after I done did all of the... Man, I got sessions in today. I was in the community today. I visited 2 schools today. I done helped out somebody who had a fender bender with a truck today. Was able to get my oil changed today. Yeah, finally. What else? You know I went to the spotty spot. Hold up. That's without the spinach. Yeah. Did it all. So now I gotta come to class. Can't do it, but I have to, because why? Man, I got things to do. People to see. Okay? People to see. Yes, and we need to, before we even begin, we have to send condolences to the young. Man, young isn't even a word. These are babies who were unalived in the mass shooting at the school in Georgia. The 2 teachers is what I guarantee you, the teachers is youngins to me. They're educators. You understand? Again, we'll build on that tomorrow. We also had a double shooting at the Brooklyn Museum. The young man did succumb to his injuries at the Caribbean Day Parade, so he didn't make it. We send condolences to that family as well. It's a lot going on that end. And as I always say, yo, listen, remain militant, eyes open at all times, handle your business, keep it moving, make it back home. That's everyone's job. Make it back home. You didn't sit there at your breakfast table or in your bedroom getting ready to leave the house. You understand, and say, okay, I'm going to the store, or okay, I'm going to pick up the kids, or okay, I'm on my way to work. On the way to work, 10 minutes outside, I'm going to get into an argument with a stranger. Oh, I'm going to yell at a homeless person. Oh, me and the gas station attendant going to have words. That's not in your plan. So if it's not in your plan, don't do it. If it's not in your plan, don't do it. The plan is to get to where you got to get safe, handle your business, and make it home. That's what we do. Anything in between that's avoidable, that's not part of your plan, avoid it. Just that simple. We have to want to be here. Okay? So we have to be very disciplined in our moves. If it's not in the plan, leave it alone. Leave it alone. I don't care what you believe in. You understand? I could care less if you deal with a higher power or not. You understand? I don't care what you have up here, but you need to make sure you think as a soldier. If it's not in the plan, don't do it. Simple as that. Simple as that. Keep an eye out and spread as much of this information as you can. I know it's a lot. I know I'm making an attempt to go in every day, sometimes twice a day. I'm trying to get it in because our people have to change how they think so we can change how we manifest and move on the outside. have to. You understand? I don't know what's at play. I'm never going to sit here and tell you I can think for the old phase. Nah, no. There's a lot at play. And as this information is coming, they knew about this young person as well. He was on that Fed, the letter boy's radar as a kid. So what are they doing? What are we doing? These are plays. We need to start, as I told y'all before, profiling these old fays. I don't care how. I told you they take them to shooting ranges at 10, 11 years old. Not just ranges, they have them in competitions, okay? When you got 12 and 13-year-old girls, little Carinellas on some John Wick shit. They're warmongers, okay? We not safe around them, and y'all need to act like that. It is what it is, okay? It just is what it is. So we have to be proactive in our care, okay? So we'll get into that build again as the information come along, and I know a lot of y'all have been sending me builds, issues, content that you want me to speak of. Yeah, about 8 of y'all sent me the Dame Dash joint. I would love to go in on it tonight. Haven't researched it, but I'm telling you, when I do the research and get in it, I guarantee you, he is a minority owner in that, and I damn sure hope Curtis get right at him. Hummer stunting again. You understand? So I'm not gonna touch that until I get into the mix, and you know I'm gonna go through that thoroughly. Who his business partners are, what they talking about doing, how they doing it, what kind of content. Cause he Hummer stunting. The way they do these networks, come on, man. It's not hard when you have a good spot that you're beginning from. It's nothing. This is technology now. So when you have just a little bump of resource, and one of these little nerd whiz kids with just this much information, they could put that together and start a network. It ain't nothing. This is technology. He didn't start no network when it wasn't the internet. When it wasn't, because he didn't start no UPN or WPIX. He didn't start none of that shit. Doing this shit on a computer, this shit don't cost much for them dudes. It doesn't. So again, old Mac Nugget head is stunting. So I'm not gonna touch that until I get in to the mix of it. You know, the same way we did when we did Nas and the nonprofit for Rakim and Scarface. And we went deep to see who the business partners are and who the funding was and where it was going. Yeah. Same way, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get to that. Trust and believe that. But this is a woman up. This is speaking specifically to our queens. Usually, when I do it, and I do it early, and all of the queen comrades is in, and they participating all in the chat. I know it's late, so they're gonna catch the replay on this. You dig? But usually the men have to sit quiet for women's up, just like the women sit quiet when I do a men up. You understand? I see you, CC. Get your ass in here and get your 55. Yeah, come on, sit right in the back. Get your 55. Yeah. And, but tonight, again, it's a small class, so participating, because this discussion based on colorism, racism, and image. And just the idea of it. I always tell y'all, guard your mind. The idea right here. is an idea that prevents some of our women from being the most militant, and sometimes the idea of colorism enrages our women to a point where they lose control. You understand? When we are dealing with image, especially self-image, and then images that we are bombarded with on the outside, we all have to be in a very, 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 very good space. We have to be in a good space, right? Just like many of us have to be in a good space just to receive a little bit of information, because just a little bit of information bugs some people out, right? It does, right? You see how some people take information from the Moorish science temples and things like that and go way off. And because of the little bit that they read, not really understanding it and misinterpreting and then trying to live it, end up getting their head knocked off. You understand? Everything has to be taken in a proper dose, the proper context, and in a space when you are ready to receive it, right? A lot of people weren't ready to receive the Black Power movement. Look at this. Now pardon me, y'all, somebody just got shot at the train station. Like I said, this is consistent. This is consistent. This is why I'm making an attempt to come on as much as I can, because I know if you're here with me, you're safe. You're safe. If you're here with me, you're safe, right? But anyway, people take a little bit of information. I don't care what doctrine it is. I don't care if it's the nation, gods, and earths. I don't care if it's the Nation of Islam. You understand? I wouldn't give a damn if it's Buddhism. I wouldn't care what it is. You have to be in a space where you can receive it with your own interpretation of it, but not move too far away from it, right? As I was saying, people weren't equipped to be Black Panthers. They just weren't, because they really didn't understand the entire makeup of it, and then had no idea how much they were influenced by communism, right? That wigged people out. You have to be able to come from a space where you've worked through the traumas, right? Whatever traumas you went through, and we all go through it. Being born is traumatic. I told you, everything in life deals with some level of violence and struggle. So even being born, as a little person, as an infant, you're working through that. That's painful, right? To get here, to not be able to walk, not be able to speak and communicate on an adult level, right? We know that infants can build with other infants, they understand, right? So all that is struggle. You struggle through your stages. And in those struggles, if you are not wise enough, if you are not intelligent enough to understand that after the struggle, you begin to have a higher intellect. You begin to get something in here that allows you to consistently walk through life and its challenges and be okay. So when you pick up certain doctrines, man, a lot of people don't get it. It's like people pick up the Bible and run to church and don't get it. They, again, I'm a stunting. Oh, praise the Lord, praise the Lord, praise. Oh, praise Him. Don't know what the hell they praising at all. So when we get these ideas of beauty, man, it wasn't healthy for us. It damn sure fell in line with everything else that wasn't healthy for us here on the poor part of the planet. Okay, I just got notification that 2 of my videos won't be monetized. I could just imagine which ones. Anyway, when we dealing with beauty, self-image, when we're dealing with intelligence, when we're dealing with success and things of that nature, and the images that came with it, one of the most detrimental images that our women specifically had to work through and still have a very difficult time working through is colorism. Black men never been, up until maybe 4 or 5 years ago, deemed as being handsome. It was a threat. Handsome, sexy, debonair. That shit wasn't adjectives that was used for us at all. And I'm gonna tell you that as somebody who lived through it. You understand? Consistently. Even to this day, I don't look and be like, all right. Nah, that's never been me at all. So I always made it a point to always be extra put together, neat, clean, right? Because I went through the rank sessions, trust and believe. Black, crispy critter, shoe polish, black, all that. Consistently. And had to, you can't be in the hood sad and crying and all that shit. Nah, you got to get your weight up. You got to be able to snap back, especially when you don't have no brothers and sisters and nothing. Nah. So I was never the one who, I don't care what I did. You ain't the one. And you begin to accept it. Now, some people accept it and make an attempt to change it, right? Others accept it and, it is what it is. And others who are strong just love and appreciate themselves for who they are. But it's difficult in certain spaces, especially when you add other layers to it, right? So you extra dark and then you got an Islamic name in the 70s and you're Muslim, so you don't celebrate nothing. Multi-layers of trauma. You dig? So now you take that where, of course, as a young person, as a young man in that environment, you begin to know other things. Well, I can fight good. You can keep talking that talk, but I could knock you out. Yeah. Now you get a reputation. Now you're able to psychologically move past them things. Then you end up getting comrades, right, that are the same complexion and into the same, so you bond in that environment. But it's much different for our women, our sisters, right? Because they deal with things differently. For them, initially, the stains don't come from intelligence and thinking about it. The stains are more internal, and they're emotional scars, spiritual scars, and scars that never really heal because we live in a society where first look is everything, where that glance is everything, where how you appear outwardly is everything, because that is the capitalist mindset. That is the way the capitalist is able to separate themselves from others. I have Therefore, I look a certain way. I look a certain way because I have and you don't. So in the course of them doing it amongst them, their own people, and us already being weaponized, right? Right? Weaponized against each other, trying to follow them, and our color being used as a weapon against us, it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. So therefore, if you can't look like them because you're darker, what happens? Up here, either you're going to join them if you can't beat them, or if you can't beat them, you fall into a state where your intellect gets damaged, your psyche gets damaged. So now our women, throughout the decades, have never been appreciated. Never been appreciated, ever. Especially when it comes to this. Witness, viewing, looking, right? Mass media, movies, TVs. Was never that. That is something that they could never allow, because once you allow people to adore a group that you have oppressed, that you have lynched, that you have miseducated, that you have beaten, that you have starved out financially, now there's a confusion, because you can't be forever keeping people in place when you adore them, when you look at them lovingly, when you look at them lustfully, when you look at them and really, really appreciate who they are based on their aesthetics. Can't do that. So therefore, you got to keep them in a space where they believe they're ugly, where they believe that their outward appearance, no matter what they do, is stained. Get it? And I don't care where you sit on this planet, because this planet has been dominated so long by the ideas of white supremacy. You understand? The idea, that broken idea, the false narrative of an idea of white supremacy is global. Every space on the planet where you see a melanated person, where you see a darker person, they are oppressed. They are judged. They are pushed to the side. I don't care where you go. Anywhere. Asia, Korea, right? Vietnam, damn Tibet, you know, Russia, Ireland, you understand? Don't matter where you go. Colombia, yeah, Venezuela, okay? Shit, Chile, wherever you go. Canada, wherever you are at, the stain of white supremacy has us in a place where you feel a ways about your parents. So when we created hip hop, and it really didn't matter what you outwardly looked like, as long as you were doing it well, you was able to be equal, equitable to those who thought you weren't nothing and couldn't do that. They adored hip hop. Adored the energy. That's where the initial hate was, because they didn't understand it, couldn't do it. But it spoke to us and we spoke to it. And we were doing it, and those who did well, damn sure didn't matter. If you could pop lock, if you can freestyle, because that's what we called it. Before they called it up rocking and all that, it was freestyling. So you could freestyle, you could pop lock, if you could cut and scratch, if you could spit, didn't matter. As you could see, the whole hue, the whole color spectrum of who we are represented right there. Right there, represented right there in hip hop. I keep telling y'all, hip hop smashed it. We birthed it to do that. That's why when people misrepresent it, it's very triggering. Because with hip hop came knowledge of self. With knowledge of self came pride. With knowledge of self and understanding, wisdom, the culture, the freedom, even the justice. Okay? That's what it did. Nothing else did that. Nothing did that. I'm telling you right now. Your damn Bibles ain't do it. Your Qurans didn't do it. Nothing did it like hip hop. That's why it's so powerful. That's why it's so potent. That's why they had to commercialize it and make it an attempt to capture it. Because it gave you a space. And it showed you that there was no limits. None whatsoever. Because it connected you to sound, a universal thought, an energy, a being. That's it. Now, when we allow others to come through, or we take it and push it in a space where it began to get commercialized, they tweaked and played with the image. And once you commercialize something to make it broad, to give it a wider audience, you have to tweak the image. You have to dilute the image. Because if you don't dilute the image and the world gets a gander at these beautiful, brown, you understand, melanated folk, you're in trouble. There's one thing the Euro can't do. Though they try, is to get this. Can't do it. It's impossible. You may have some of that rhythm. Yeah, they may be able to dance. And yeah, you may have some that can blow. Ooh, woo, yeah, right? Square, square, biz, you could, all that. But they can't get this, ever. They could tan, they could sit their ass out in the sun weeks at a time. All they're gonna do is get burnt up and red. You understand? So they had to tweak the image. But they've been tweaking it even before hip hop. Because when you have something like a television or a movie screen, and you throw somebody melanated, of course, everybody's going to look at that like, who is that? And when they did it and realized it, they said, oh, no, we have to put those who represent them in the ugliest, almost hideous way. Because we can't let that image get out into the world without what? Without tarnishing it. So this is where Jim Crow and all that other shit, come on, jigaboo and all that, come in at. So this has been a practice. And then a practice amongst even ourselves, right? Because you want to be like the oppressor. And when the oppressor shows you, you can monetize your dysfunction. You can monetize yourself. Hey, what do? They do it, right? The paper bag brown bags and things like that to get into clubs, right? Molly, salute, much appreciation for funding the war effort. Okay, always funding the war effort, much appreciated. You dig? So we began to do it to ourselves, and our women did it, right? The men tried. Let's not act like the men weren't bleaching. Yeah, the men were bleaching in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and wearing perms and all that. Yeah, they was doing it. They was doing it. You understand? So when we get to what we're dealing with now, there's absolutely no reason and no excuse, because we've been through certain stages, right? You've been through the Black Power movement and appreciation, through James Brown, I'm Black and I'm proud and all that. And by the time hip hop came through, we spoke a whole different language, right? Especially with Paz the News, right? They think they can diss my person by stating I'm darkly packed, right? And what he say? I stare at Q-Tip, and Tip said, black is black. Powerful. Never, ever forgot that. That shit sent shivers through the whole industry. It gave people a whole different feel. Between that and Bobby Brown and them shaking their ass and doing their thing, it was it. It's over. It's over. Over. We're looking at the rapper Jalil. It's over. You understand? But in that space and in that representation, what? They never, ever celebrated our black women. Never. Not to that degree, ever. I'm telling you. Now, you could check my square on it, but I guarantee you, most of y'all don't know what Sha-Rock looked like to this day. If you wasn't there from the beginning, y'all don't know what she looked like. Y'all ain't know Angie Stone was spitting back then. What? Who was the first one y'all saw? First one you saw, Roxanne Shante. Mm-hmm. On the real, for real, on that type of scope, the little light-skinned girl with the ponytail. In style. Okay? Yeah. And even in different people speaking at her, coming at her, who y'all saw after that? The real Roxanne. Yeah. Boricua mommy. Yeah. You wasn't seeing nothing like that. And by the time y'all seen MC Light, they wasn't praising Light for being no looker. Okay? Because of how she spit and her voice, y'all passed her off as the little sister coming in the game. So you wasn't looking at her like that. Then you got Salt and Pep. And definitely lighten Pep up a lot. And when Spinderella became their DJ, lightened her ass up a lot too. Okay? You ain't see Antoinette like that. Brown skinned, beautiful black girl. You ain't see Sweet Tea like that. Sweet Tea had Lil Run. Yeah, Little Run. Got her ass up out of there. And you consistently was not given that dark skin. You didn't get it on TV or nothing. The first time people really was wowed by somebody who was that dark, shit, we way into the 80s with the first Aunt Viv, Janet Hubert. Still bad to this day. And they got her ass up out of the whip too. Colorism has affected our black women severely. Severely. You first was seeing Naomi Campbell, she was light. Not light, but as light as they can make her. Okay? So by the time, again, we come all the way through all those stages, and you get in the essence, and you get in the Ebony magazines, and you seeing these dark-skinned, beautiful women how much can they really, truly appreciate it when all of the higher levels of the industry and higher levels, meaning to them, success didn't look like them at all. At all. Man, y'all way down the line. Bahamadia got her ass up out of there. Out of here. Foxy out of here. Y'all talking about in the mid-90s, man. Y'all way over there. And they ain't had no run with nobody appreciating them at all. We not gonna start that. Nah. Nah. You better look at Foxy. Y'all better look at her press work. Foxy wasn't that light. Look at her press. Look at the videos. Okay? Always been like that. Always. So women always had some type of, mental affliction when it came to their looks. So they always made an attempt to look lighter, to be lighter. Okay? And I know, again, I lived through it. I lived through it. My mother was beautiful. Beautiful mother. And never thought so. I grew up with the Ambien and all that shit to know you're a black man, you're dark skinned, you have to be clean, presentable, bop, bop, bop. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. Not only are you that dark, but you're intelligent and you're not scared, you're not fearful. You have to look a certain way. I've been through, we had Ambien in the crib, all that shit. The black and white, put that shit on and all that. You ain't got no, gotta be even, all that. So you're not talking to somebody who don't know, lived through that shit. Live through it, know what it is. When your parents are so fearful of you being dark that they making attempts. It's like they doing now. People trying to act like that shit is new. When y'all seeing these black mothers, these young girls who really don't have their own wits about them, trying to lighten their kids. Yeah, that shit ain't new. Okay? It's not new. All right? So we didn't have that image. And again, in the space where you are taking something as pure as hip hop and commercialize it, okay? And you start having others in the front and representing it for a generation, by the time you get to this goofy ass Erica Mena and her calling Spice a blue monkey, right? We already know. Because for hip hop, man, for hip hop, at least 2 decades, maybe 3. You couldn't even get to a casting if you was a certain shade of brown. I don't care what your body looked like. I don't care how you dance. You wasn't getting booked. Only reason why Big Les was getting booked, because most of the time she was the choreographer for a lot of the dancers. And she is the epitome of what we considered fine. The industry wasn't trying to check for her at all. So she had to compensate with this, knowing exactly what to do, how to speak, be articulate, code switch here and there. If it wasn't for that, you ain't see another one. You ain't see another Big Les. Okay. You may get one. And when they can get her up out of there, they gonna get her up out of there. We can't have this as the dominant image representing beauty globally. Can't do it. So that's the only reason why she was there. Because if she went to a casting, she can also choreograph and then got her billings and was moving. You ain't see another one look like her until Serena came along. You didn't. And by the time Serena came, it was a different appreciation because they were sexualizing. They didn't care what the hell Serena looked like up here after she blossomed, okay? After they sexualized her. Yeah. So now even she has a complex in this bleaching. But let's stick to this goofy here. And pardon me if you from the area, but I want to know, how does somebody from Newburgh become an influencer, become somebody who can be in a position to call someone a monkey, a blue monkey? Newburgh. Hasn't been nobody from Newburgh doing anything in hip hop at all. But of course, again, because of how the machine was moving and Grippergate, yeah, because they Grippergated, they, moved her along as what we say in what we call rush hour, right? She was rush houred through the industry, okay? Because if you doing your first vids as a teenager, young 16, 17, 18, and you in big budget vids with A-listers, you was rush houred through. But somebody corny from Newburgh, and if you know, like I know, that's one of the brokest towns up top between Newburgh and Poughkeepsie. All that shit. Broke. Okay? So when you running through and you like, hold up, this person is a darling of the industry. This person is positioned in a way where they have a call on somebody's looks. Now, of course, I missed the whole thing because I don't watch those reality shows. No, I couldn't stomach it after the first or second season of any of that because of how they treated Black women, because of the images that were being put out of Black women. And to this day, anybody that's still in any of those spaces, I'm talking about, you got some of them, they in their 9th, 10th season, and them women, because they have destroyed their natural essence, look like caricatures. They look like Maud. They look like that old Muppet lady. And I'm talking about all of them, basketball wives on, destroy their essence with the makeup and the bleaching and the attitude of believing that you have to be a certain shade, a certain hue to be successful, to keep going. You have to be in a space where that white supremacist ideal, come on now. Come on now. So you get this goofy, this, again, like I always say, on the spectrum, majority of these women who are influencers and telling other women and our younger women that you just not up to par unless your face is beat, unless you got this bag, unless your booty hole is brown. These women are on a spectrum. Guarantee you that. Guarantee you that. psych profile, testing, school grades, I guarantee you most of them is on a spectrum. And you have her, and this is not new, this is old, but it has been reinserted. Why has it been reinserted? Okay? Why has it been reinserted into the conversation? Because a black man allowed it to happen. You see the game? As I'm telling you, this is the layers. The black man, who some were bleaching, who some were getting permed out, who some were zesty and never appreciated, right, the beauty of the black women right up under them. Why? Because masters told them they bet not. And after master broke them, bucked them down and broke them, he began to beat his woman and began to call his woman ugly, right? Color purple. You black, you ugly, you funny looking, right? This has been consistent. This has been a language. So psychologically, your woman is like, hold on. I don't want to be that. When I look in the mirror, I don't really see that. I'm not ugly. So what do I have to do? So they get caught up in it. But how dare somebody who was allowed in to a space that represented hip-hop commercially, wasn't hip-hop. It was a representation of hip-hop commercially, half original, let in to a space with delusions of being somebody because she was rush houred in the industry, gripper-gated through consistently, to the point she just married somebody who got his grippers gate. His gripper's been gated. You know his gripper's been gated because he lets everyone see his manhood. So this is the weirdness that they're in, but she called her a monkey. Somebody as beautiful as Spice. If you haven't seen Spice with or without her makeup, then you just don't know how fine she is. But in that space, a couple of years ago where that happened, it should have been dead right there. But now we got the zesty Cam Newton, who suffers from enormous amounts of colorism because you can see who he beds on a consistent basis, and allows this little strumpet to sit on a platform now and reinsert the conversation, and still not apologetic, standing firm, still trying to say they didn't show what she said to me. Somebody from Newburgh who can't even count the bodies, regardless of gender, goofy in the face, stupid. But this is the representation of commercial rap that some believe is hip hop. That goof, that clown, allowed to restate that somebody's black and ugly and is a monkey. Newburgh. Okay? A custody or somebody on the spectrum. This is what I believe. No need for me to ever say allege. I believe it's a custody. There ain't nobody that's straight, that's not high, making them dumbass faces. If you're not a custody, if she isn't a custody, okay? If she isn't a custody, then she's on the spectrum. And this is what's allowed on these platforms by people who again don't look like us as far as ownership. I don't know who owns Cam Newton's spot, but damn sure not us. I guarantee you that. They're performing. They're getting a fee. And you don't own that content, I guarantee you that. This is why you're starting to see the consistency in A and B listers up on there with his zesty ass. All right? So the colorism issue, again, that is being perpetuated in this conversation and thrown out to get viral again is harmful. And this is the only reason why I speak on it, because in unity building, in building a united front, our women minds must be clear. They cannot strive to look different than the beauty that they already have. They cannot have a distortion in here about how they appear outwardly, because it don't matter. It don't matter. When we on that battlefield, when we in that foxhole, your looks ain't gonna matter. It's not. When them old face come, it's not. They not gonna look at her and say, oh, you fine, you could go ahead. No. They saw Asada and try to blow her damn head off. They didn't look at her and think she was fine at all. They seen Joanne Chesimard and said, knock her head off. They didn't think she was fine. They didn't think she was cute. They didn't think she was pretty. You understand? Because at any given time, when you're fighting for the liberation of melanated people, to them, you the ugliest thing moving. Your ass look like Mambra to any established person, to anyone who represents the order of white supremacy. Your ass is ugly. That's just what it is. So I don't care if you got a Birkin. I don't care if you got Balenciaga shoes. I don't give a damn if you got a La Perla drawers on. Don't matter. The minute you say you black and proud, your ass is ugly to white folk. Simple as that. So just the reintroduction of this conversation is crazy to me, okay? Right after he had black ass Tyrese, another colorist on. So I just want y'all to understand that since they were not able to cancel Erica Mena back then when she did it to Spice, because again, she was the darling of whatever other colorist, whether it's Rich Dollars, whether it's Peter Guns, whether it's Safari, whether whoever else was digging her grippers out because she couldn't get canceled on that front. You understand? So y'all need to look at this dude and see what's really good with him. Do you understand? Because Cam Newton is starting to be somebody who is very, very detrimental to black unity. And that's on the real. You got some weirdness coming through there. You do. Not nobody that's looking to build a black nation. So right after Tyrese, colorist, whining, confused, mentally erratic ass, you bring Erica Mena to again show you that he's in a space where he's going to position people to tell black women that they ugly and they not shit. And to keep the message going. And then you bring Marlon Wayans on there. That platform is beginning to be very, very problematic. Just saying, from the host to his guest, you're not seeing no parts of Black beauty, no parts of Black unity. And it's detrimental because as these messages are going out and it's coming from so-called Black Americans, melanated Americans, indigenous people to this part of the planet, and it's going outward, look at what we have in Nigeria. We have in Nigeria the Miss Universe. Miss Universe Nigeria. 2024, representing bleaching cream. Here this woman, Black, melanated from the continent. Okay? A crown, perfection, darker than me. Talking about this is what we use. What we use back home, this cream and this soap. Man. So you tell me, and I'm talking about the men who I have witnessed on social media for the last 8 years, if not the last decade, the Dr. Umars and the pills and the Sonettas. How can we be Pan-Africanists? How can we strive to be part of a united front when they over there bleaching, when they over there gunning each other down for the United States government, when they over there practicing new 2024 ages of enslavement, robbing resources to give to Europeans, and the best of their women are bleaching. What happens to Pan-Africanism then? So you could be the King Kong and bang on your chest all you want. You get over there, they're gonna call you ugly and tell you need to get some Ambi. I don't know what you banging on your chest for, King Kong consciousness. When you over there, they starting to bleach. What's really good? What's really good? You see? Huh? And Miss Universe wasn't alone. There was about 4 of them in the ad, all dark. And the other 2 spokesmen who were lighter shades. And the owner of the company saying, yeah, these women are the best women. These are the best women to represent our product. It's either Pakistani or Indian. It has to come from here. It has to come from us. The shift has to be here. The shift here. So I tell you, I don't care nothing about no oath, no money, no reparation, no law, nothing. Ideals, nothing. You have to eradicate all of that out of your mind and have a concept, a conceptualization of life without them old phase. If you cannot do that, you're stuck in it. You're stuck in it. You see the elders. You see the elders? You see Smokey Robinson? Y'all seeing the picture? Did y'all see that? Smokey Robinson. Yeah. See, that was the thing. I'm telling you, it's not new. From the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, they got something light and bright that they walking through on the red carpet, that they bring through to their meetings and their offices, and they come home and they bring them old face to their homes and stuff like that. Light, bright. The athletes, entertainers. Damn it. You crazy? Who that? Michael Cooper. Jeez. Something under his arm. They be cheesing and shit like this up under their arm. This is my lady. Then she fine and she, oh, yeah, Me and Michael been married. Hello, honey. Right? This is it. James Worthy, this is it. Come on now. Come on. That's where it's at. So what and how can our melanated sisters function without having some type of complex, without having to go to these malls and make Mac $1 billion industry? From the elders to the kids. They all in the Mac store. They all in Macy's at the Mac booth. They all day. Your ass ain't on MTV. You ain't in Hollywood. You don't need that on. Those women wear it for a purpose. That's their job. That's their occupation. They got to wear that or they can't get on the casting couch. That shit has come through our society. Here. I see shit in the gyms. The hell you got on that shit for we in the gym? But that's where we at. I'm looking. Go look at Serena Williams. Go look at Kelly Rowland's pictures. I'm telling you, Portia, Kim Fields, I don't care. Damn it. And the swirling is so deep. It's like, oh, I've been heard about Kerry Washington. All my A-list dudes told me, oh, she don't mess with nothing like us, son. And then when you go and research and you see who she went to the prom with. This dude that she rocking with now, I don't know what that shit about, but I know what flavor. She savor. That's just what it is. That's what it is. So when you want to make deals, when you want to sit in certain spaces, it's a code switch when you believe that your level of success comes at their measurements and how they present. That is why it's so difficult to build a united front. I'm in awe and in envy of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, of Malcolm X, of what Huey did and what Bobby and them did. Man, that shit was not easy at all. Because our people were destroyed to this day. And I service the people all day, every day, unappreciated. I'm telling you, I done did it all at every level. And your people will tell you in a heartbeat, kiss my ass. I didn't ask for no help. I don't need no help. I mean, they could be lying there bleeding out. So when I see and research and read, see what they did with less, a fraction of what we have. God damn it, at any given time, Huey would have had 3-4 million subscribers. Easy. Them dudes were using rexographs and paper and longhand. And here we sitting here, and I've been here the better part of a year, or two dolo. I ain't scratched 20,000? Really? I've seen people come on here and scratch their ass and get 50,000 followers like that, subscribers like that. Serious? That's what it is when you're dealing with information and uplifting and building and encouraging. It's a struggle. That's the struggle. People want that. Oh, you tell me I'm beautiful? I'm strong? No, I ain't. Sounds like a curse to them. So I will have, probably in the first time ever, negative comments about people. Black women telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. I can bleach if I want to. Not understanding the psychological impact that it's having not only on them and their loved ones, but on the community as a whole. You know, like I always said, the first images that they gave you, even when you knew better, was goddamn Adam and Eve. Oh, Jesus. With stringy hair. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And movies and shit like that. With Greta Garbo and Jane Mansfield and all them. And y'all ate that shit up. Ate it up. Mm-hmm. Ain't appreciate nobody black until later on. And Harry Belafonte, and how dark was they? Okay. Again, not at all being hateful, stating facts. That image matters. Mm-hmm. Self-image, it matters even more. So how you gonna let this buck-toothed, goofy-ass girl run around and keep inserting the fact that she calls Spice a monkey? Y'all gotta be mindful of what y'all watching, what's being pushed consistently. Gotta be mindful. Got a zesty ass nigga that wear funny hats and jeggings talking to a broad from Newburgh who probably can't count to 20, telling somebody as fine and melanated as Spice that you a blue monkey. And we gotta listen to that. Y'all gotta check that. Those shit should be canceled immediately. Give a damn who he got on that show. I don't care who he's sitting across from. Tell him to pack up his jeggings and his thongs and his goddamn Elmer Fudd hat and beat it. Cancel him. That should be where it's at. You cancel Cam Newton in the beginning. Before it starts. Why is that the consistent theme of his show? That melanated women ain't shit. Melanated women are ugly. Melanated women are not worthy. That's what he's saying on his show with his guests, indirectly. Prove me I'm wrong. Prove me I'm wrong. And then show me anybody that was on there that had a melanated queen by their side. Show it to me. Show it to me. There it is. So again, it's late. I don't want to keep my East Coast people up too late because school is back in session. We got things to do. You understand? We got things to do. But again, as I work diligently, right? The service and to build, right? And to encourage. This is what I have to do. I make time, find time to do it because this shit don't pay at all. Tell you that right now. So I gotta get in where I can. Get in where I can. And sometimes I just can't lay down before I come on. I gotta come on and be like, yo, hold up. Let this rest on your skull cap at night. Okay? Yeah, let that rest on your skull cap. Cancel Cam Newton. Cancel Cam Newton. He has a thing, a colorist thing, where they don't appreciate melanated folk. Why it's being pushed through social media and through our timelines, now you know. Now you know. And it's consistent with all of them. Listen to what they're saying. Watch their movement, right? Body language, right? Silent forms of communication. Watch their body language. Listen to the image. Hear. The tones. And I guarantee you, they will be anti-you the more you listen. The more you watch and you listen, these people are anti-you. Remember, I told y'all, this is a war. Psychological, physical, financial. This is a war. Dig? So come back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. Classroom assistants, much appreciation. Okay, for holding it down as always. Any new subscribers, welcome to the struggle. Welcome to the struggle. Oh yeah. Katina, Anton, much appreciated for funding the war effort. Listen, I'm telling you, it's a struggle. It's like life, damn it. Unity is a struggle. Ain't no cakewalk. We're gonna unearth some shit up here and in here, and when that shit come to the top and it spill out, you get rid of that bullshit and implement new thoughts. Damn that old rhetoric. This ain't the 60s, this ain't the 70s and 80s and shit. God damn it, that was the 1900s, man. We in the 2020s. New strategies, okay? New codes. All that shit them niggas told you that they read and did and read. Man, get that shit out of here. It ain't work. It ain't work. New thoughts. Get rid of these old phases. Out of here. New thoughts. New strategies. That's where we at with it. You dig? All right? You gotta be up and ready. Right. You here. I keep telling y'all. You breathe. You here. You alive. You good. Look around. Yo, I'm safe. You safe. You good. You got no time to be depressed, down, none of that shit. Fuck out of here. That shit that you thinking and you trying to place yourself in their measurements. Why are you trying to fit in their measurement? They told you wasn't shit. They said you were 3/5 of a man. Now you want to measure who you are based on their levels? That's backwards. Get rid of that shit. Get it out your head. The credit score, get it out your head. A mortgage, when you live, striving to get that slave shit out of your head. You are more than that. Have to understand that. They got you locked into a space, into a way of living. You can't be woke if you don't understand that we are children of the universe, of science and math. Not of a damn house or credit score or fucking piece of paper that gave you some bullshit degree. If you think that's who you are and that's all you measuring up to, then have fun with them damn Ophis. You be all right. That's your potential to live up to their measurement of who you are. Okay, you have fun then. We don't rock like that around here. You bigger than that shit. Any given day. Any given day. Again, you are winning. Every day you're winning. Okay? Exactly. Devil gives them nothing. You're winning. Figure this shit out. You got a couple of scoops of fucking rice, you're winning. The Vietnam Army, the Viet Cong kicked their ass. And niggas was eating a handful of rice every day. That's how determined you got to be. You winning. Get your mind out that funk. Talking about what you don't want. I ain't got this. What you got, nigga? You're breathing. Now, black women, cut that bullshit out. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Nothing. Nothing. You better than they best with half a titty and half an ankle missing. You good. All right? Come back, class. All 10 fingers, 10 toes. Guard your mind. Guard your mind. I'm telling you. All right? 55 gang. 55 gang. Get y'all grades up.